Brother Felix Y Manalo, the messenger of God in these last days. Calling a bird of prey from the east, the man who executes my counsel from a far country. Indeed, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, I will also do it. May 10, 1886, in Barrio Calzada, Taguig, Rizal. His birth brought much happiness to his parents, Mariano and Bonifacia Manalo. When he was still very young, his mother already taught him to have reverent fear of God. At a young age, also, he learned how to herd carabaos. He learned how to read and write from a teacher called Maestrong Caryo. When he was a teenager, he went to Manila to live with his uncle, Manuel Isagon. He quickly learned how to take pictures, and so he began working in his uncle's studio. His father died. After his father's burial, he, along with his cousin Modesto Isagon, went to Sampaloc, Manila to live with a relative, a priest named Mariano Borja. During that time, he began to read the Bible. In reading the Bible, he learned many things. When his stepfather died, he went back to Taguig to help out his mother. And so he studied how to make hats. It did not take long for him to open a hat shop in Parañaque, Rizal. He witnessed how a Catholic priest lost to a Protestant pastor in a debate. At that point, he made a decision. He went to the office of the Methodist Church in Avenida Rizal. He was introduced by the Protestant pastor to an American missionary. Those were his beginnings with the Methodist Episcopal Church. He was 18 when he began studying in the theological seminary of the Methodists. Eventually, he became a pastor. He found out that his mother was very sick, and so he quickly returned home to Tipas. However, his mother already died. The parish priest of Tipas did not allow his mother to be buried in the Catholic cemetery, so she was buried in an Aglipayan cemetery. He loved his mother very much, for she was the one who taught him to love God and to have reverent fear of Him. After some time, he decided to examine the doctrines of the Presbyterians. However, he still was not satisfied with their teachings. He decided to join the Christian and Missionary Alliance because they practiced baptism, which is by immersion. He became an evangelist in that religion and was admired for his powerful preaching. During that time, he met a young lady from Paco, Manila, named Tomasa Sereneo, whom he married. They had a son named Gerardo, who died while still a baby. Searching for the true religion, he went to the Seventh-day Adventists. He joined this religion in 1911. But another tragedy came in his life. His wife died. He moved to Santa Cruz, Manila, and continued to study the doctrines of the Adventists. He met Honorata de Guzman, whom later on he married. But his unfulfilled quest for the truth still troubled him. There are biblical proofs that Christians are not commanded to observe the Sabbath. Because it was clear to him that the Seventh-day Adventists believed in wrong teachings, he separated from that religion. He and his wife moved their residence to Pasay. He tried associating with atheists, people who do not believe in God. He resumed to study the words of God written in the Bible. He also examined the teachings of Catholics and Protestants. Inside his study, he remained for 2 days and 3 nights. Brother Felix Manalo's experiences in his former religions are a part of the preparation for the mission he was sent to fulfill. Before God sent Moses, he allowed Moses to grow up in Egypt, and there he was taught all the wisdom of the Egyptians, because he would free the nation of Israel from Egypt. Apostle Paul was a Pharisee, a Jewish sect that persecuted Christians. Just because Apostle Paul was a member of a different religion does not mean he was not sent by God. Apostle Paul was sent by God to the Gentiles. God allowed Brother Felix Manalo to be a Catholic and then a member of various Protestant churches in different stages of his life, because from those religions he would bring out the children of God in these last days. He knew very well about the wrong doctrines and practices upheld by those religions, which now he needed to show people so that they might understand the truth that would set them free.